I see a couple in the front row here. People growing them. Various lengths, beards, and mustaches. They're popular. I'm a little jealous I can't grow a good beard. I've tried, it doesn't come in full. I end up looking like some kind of weird European guy. Possibly Estonian. Maybe an Astonian rapper even. Just think about how crazy Estonian rap sounds like. So they try to sound tough, but it's in a language you don't understand. Imagine it sounds something like this. I apologize to all the Estonian rappers in the audience for that terrible impression. I'm sure it wasn't good. But anyways, I can't grow a good beard. And my friend, he came up to me, he's like, you know what? If you tried to grow a beard, you'd look like Christian Bale in The Machinist. For those who haven't seen the movie, that's the one where he won some kind of award for nearly dying from starvation. So that's my look. Movie star almost dead from starvation. Could be worse. So, POTUS stands for President of the United States. Do people know that? Yeah. I didn't know that for a really long time. I would get confused. I would read these Twitter headlines that said stuff like, POTUS plans diplomatic visit to North Korea. And I'd be like, who really gives a shit? This guy with this hillbilly sounding name goes to North Korea. How much diplomatic influence can he possibly have? He's less famous than Dennis Rodman. And I got even more confused when I found out he was married to somebody named FLOTUS. Why did he have to marry somebody who also spells their name in all caps? It's like he needs to spread out his dating pool. Thanks, Lloyd. So I'm a dog owner. Any dog owners here in the audience? Yeah, cool. All right. I'm covered with dog hair all the time. Dog pretty much rules my life, but I love him a lot. And because of that, I watch a lot of dog documentaries. My favorite one is called 41 Dogs in a Home. It's about this woman in the UK who lives with 41 dogs in her home. And you say that's a really specific number, right? 41 dogs. That's the legal limit for dogs that you can have in an apartment in the UK. Believe me, she would have more. But this woman has no job, right? Her only source of income is her stud bulldog named George. She gets paid £1,000 for him to impregnate female French bulldogs. So this one dog is supporting a woman, her husband, and 40 other dogs with his seed. It's a lot of pressure on this little dog's shoulders. So it's a British documentary, so you know it has really, really good narration. And there's a scene where somebody brings in their dog to be impregnated by George. And it goes something like this. Oh, look here now. It's lucky bitch Susan. She looks prepared to have a romp with George the stud. And this is followed by a softcore dog sex scene. Where Susan gets impregnated. So check that out. Or maybe don't, I just told you all about the best scene, so not really worth it. So I take my dog to dog parks, right? And most of the other people I encounter are like yuppies with multi-poos and stuff. But I met this one like real Boston dog owner, right? He was a Boston native with a bulldog that had its balls. And it's kind of weird that I know that, but he insisted on telling me about it. He was like, hey, look here, this is John. He's still got his balls. was like, okay. He's like, yeah, you know, it's all right, except when I take him in my car, his prick ends up rubbing against my car seats and he ends up jizzing all over the place. I'm like, oh, wow, that's a predicament. And, you know, I continued the conversation. I was like, okay, so he's still, you know, he can reproduce and stuff. Has he bred with any other dogs? He's like, yeah, you know what? I met this rapper from Rhode Island, and I ended up bringing him down there, and it turns out this guy's rap career is not going that well, so he couldn't pay me. So we ended up driving back, and, you know, poor John had blue balls. That was the end of the conversation. I didn't know what to talk to him after that. So I was walking around the mall the other day, right? And I was approached by a really aggressive face soap kiosk salesman. This guy was, you know, he had some kind of Russian Soviet type accent. He came up to me, he was like, my friend, what type of face soap do you use? I was like, Neutrogena. Never heard of it. He had me fucked up. I was like, what the hell? Am I using some kind of obscure face soap? Where did I go wrong? He was like, listen, let me rub this soap on your face. It'll change your life. My brother, he had a very, very ugly face. He started using my soap. His face is still ugly, but he's no more acne. That could be you. I didn't take him up on the offer, but he's in the South Shore Plaza. And it's 7:30, you know, you might be able to make it down there and try the soap. I think they close at 10. All right, thank you.